Guys, I know I know it's not your usual host speaking, but this is a Jules from the X takeover of of this podcast. Thank you. We have my sailor in command, Trent.
Yo.
We have my mystic of ancient rapping arts, Sage.
That is so fire. This is Eclectic Sage. This is Christian. We're missing Lucas today. Okay.
We have the mermaid of vocals, Jazz.
Hey, what's up?
You ever notice why she try to enter your nigga voice? Hey. We're gonna do something a little weird. We might just try like a little acapella of a song and see what y'all think. If it's don't worry, we have great conversation after. So just bear with us.
and welcome to I'm Not Supposed to Be Here. So let's start over.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Girl, let's start over. Girl, let's start over. Girl, let's start over. I was just spending my days wasting away, thinking about all of the ways that we decay. Apparitions and the ghosts. Ooh, ooh. Harm me, do they harm you too? Ooh, ooh. I was just spending my days wasting away, thinking about all of the ways that we decay. Apparitions and the ghosts. Ooh, ooh. Harm me, do they harm you too? Ooh. I think you made a mistake. If I ain't seen it there before, how you go recognize it? I understand it probably weighs up on your mind and reminisce upon the past as a grim reminder. Hoping that love will find you. Hoping that love will find you. Girl, and I ain't desire playing. Girl, you ain't Rihanna.
Now I got stay alone without you. Fighting these demons out. God only knows how much I've been on me. Only who's there when they calling. Appalling quandary, and they on me like damn fleas, sincere that they love me, but can't be cheap trails just to harm me. I can't breathe, I fear when they find me. I might bleed sweet tears, cause I gave it all, was too enthralled with you. From that minute one, knew you my heart stopper. Ain't no too many warnings not to fuck with you. I guess our pictures change, enduring grace, corruption.
Welcome to I'm Not Supposed to Be Here.
Oh my god, that was so amazing.
Jazz, why did you not participate? You knew you were participating before, but when the lights are on you, you said you want to turn to Casper the Ghost.
Next.
See,
like,
in the
like
Jules takeover, okay, there'll be a couple of rules. First thing, okay, no more Mr. Nice Guy. We will part today. We are a partying class today, okay? So you must participate, please.
Yes.
You ready? We'll come back to you. But
and Trent, can you introduce the topic for us today?
Yes, today we are talking about Project Apparitions and all that entails and how that came about. Sage, you want to tell us what it is exactly?
Yeah, so Project Apparitions is the code name for this project that I've been working behind the scenes, away from the podcast. And it entails, and it entails putting together a gallery and also releasing a mixtape with Jules at the X. And we also have a song featuring the one and only Jazz. Fire.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's a collab mixtape. Shout out to Jazz for being the only feature.
Cups for me.
now you earned your keep though. You went crazy.
Now you went crazy. You went insane.
He's giving Legend of Zelda vibes right now.
But yeah, so Project Apparitions, I wanted to kind of title it before we talked about it. So the gallery, we're basically holding a gallery that's going to showcase photography, a couple of artists' performances and everything, and kind of just coordinating. It was inspired by my friend Jack Limbo, who hosted a gallery. And I was just like enamored. I was like, wow, one person could throw this. I was like, why can't I?
And I was to see the challenges, but you conquered them.
Yeah, so it was crazy because I was working 2 jobs to save up just to buy the gallery. So it was really awesome. So
That's dedication.
yeah, so I was just like, I was really working on it. Yeah, and just every day just going to Jules' house like, yeah, let's make something, and it ended up just.
I love making stuff.
Yeah, so I ended up just making music, and I was just like, trying to articulate a lot of the feelings and relationship stuff, and also just home stuff, and trying to kind of encompass that in a project. And so that's how Phantoms came about. So Phantoms is like the collab mixtape between Jules and I. And yeah, just doing that behind the scenes while recording the podcast and everything and working.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I met you through doing music, and opinion wise, like subjective, like what our tastes are, very polar opposite niggas. We should not be making music together. I don't know how this happened.
It works though.
It works because
it literally works.
But it's because I really trust this nigga, and also I see the amount of diligence you put in everything you do, and it inspires me. It makes me want to go crazy. All right, we could do. We're not gonna have a nice off right now, but yo, you ever seen two like you just look at any nigga in like any college environment, brother? Look at you, no brother. Look at you. We're not about to do that.
Yo, that's me and Michael whenever we come to a doorway at the same time.
Shout out to Michael.
Shout out to Michael, who is our in-house audience.
Yes.
Don't be stealing. Don't be stealing my voice. Changes,
You've been
right?
stolen. Yo, what you gonna do?
You don't want to find out.
Yo,
So Jules, tell us about your role.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This man Sage is a sneaky manipulator, but in the best way possible.
That's so crazy.
Because like I see in retrospect, because I see how your mind thinks. I'm one of those type of people. Once I make something, I'm focused on like, all right, let me polish it. I want to make it the best I can. Each time I do something, I like when I learn different skills, I built it into like my habit to do stuff. So like you've seen it. The way I treat music is like similar to maybe like Eminem, where like, or because I saved the money, got like the basics to record in my room and things like that, so I can keep the cost low. So now it's really just up to me to like be the best every time and try to make and refine stuff. But like he's just such a like, your pen is so beautiful and it's like very nuanced and poetic. You tied a lot of things together, and this is my first time really making a project in a long minute. So seeing how you think about things with themes, tying one song to against the other, and just like a lot of like putting a body of work together I'm not used to, and I was watching it. Also, you love I love music, but I feel like you love it to a different degree. Like a 1%er Spotify listener.
Yeah, I am a 1%er Spotify listener. So like the people that they have, if you ever look at a Spotify artist thing, if you ever are interested in art artists, you saw those like Spotify people that they're just like broadcast to those people. I am those people. I have, if you put my song listening minutes into days, I had like 266 days 1 year of just streaming music.
Damn.
Out of 365 days a year, so I listened to a lot of music.
Damn near a year.
Yes,
Shit.
like almost a year's worth of music in the year. Like I mean, like it wasn't like I was sleeping. Like
No, it was. I know you.
it was
active
waking.
listening.
It was active listening. Just 266 days.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said it on another podcast episode. Like I was on the Dissect podcast, so like I was just like a little voice note. If you ever find that, I submitted a voice. I was so enthralled with music that I sent a voice note into Dissect after they broke down how Kendrick wrote one of his albums, or how Tyler wrote one of his albums, and I ended up being like at the tail end of it, and you can hear my voice at the end of it. I sound terrible because I was nervous.
It's okay. It's okay. But like, yeah, you show me how to like. I feel like you show me a different side of musicality, because I feel like even the way I listen to music, you could tell even with like people's opinions and even how they make art, you could tell what branch. Like, think about it like if music was like houses and like houses and like Hogwarts. You could tell who came from Gryffindor. Like a Swiftie fan, this came from Gryffindor, and they very right. Or even when you take rap, you could tell where people's nuances can. You could tell when artists was like take A$AP Rocky. He's a New York artist, but you could tell his sound was South related, heavily inspired. Yeah. Small things like that. And you show me a whole different branch. Like I said, you love K-Dot, you love Denzel Curry. I like Drake. I like Drake. I like Burna Boy. I like Olamide. I listen to a lot of different stuff, especially Afro recently. And coming together, even mixing stuff, it was very interesting. This is our first time using Wave plugins for all my audio engineers. They know what I'm talking about. And also trying to mix things together, and also working with a deadline, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes we butt heads like two Rams. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was crazy.
Yeah, we were butting heads like For real, I would leave the studio session. I'll put on a beat and just start freestyling. Man, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like,
Nah, but the thing is,
Wait. So you made a bunch of diss tracks? Is that what you said?
the only thing that hurt him were the trees. I did not record them.
What day we just do hypothetical. Yo, you know what? Fuck it. You go at each other, nigga. What's up? Yo, real talk. Yo, but it's just a friend compliment. Like real talk. You got the best boss I've ever seen.
Quandaries. Who uses quandaries? What?
No, speak, Jess.
Yeah, what's your role in the project?
Oh my God. Okay. Yay. So I am an artist on one of the songs. It's called Take Me Back.
You got it.
Yes.
Take your time.
Take your time, baby. Take your time.
Funny story for that song though, because Sage told me about this song for so long. Came to the stool session with nothing.
I'm gonna lie to you, and it really be like that, and I respect it. Don't worry.
Bro, I'm a procrastinator. I'm sorry.
Talking to a professional.
That was a great stool session.
Yeah, we have pictures and everything. It was so funny because, so I make all my music, like in my bathroom. Like I just be.
Oh my God, I do the same.
I do the same thing just because the acoustics sound nice in there and it's just like isolated as alone. So like I wrote that song and I had like the instrumental. I pitched it up and I reversed it, and a lot of the themes of the project is talking about reminiscing and like past relationships and everything, and dealing with grief and dealing with trying to work yourself through relationships and how to find a way to optimistically kind of get through that, and kind of just making requests and demands and everything, and just trying to find yourself in the midst of that. But yeah, that song, I was just like, I wrote it, and it's probably one of my favorite verses I've ever written. Like by far, like shout out. I even told favorite verses I ever written. It's literally about this one person. I already told the person like this verse is about you, like for real. Like they were like, oh my gosh.
You tougher than me. Me personally, I was just like.
No, I told them because it felt like their spirit in the verse, and I feel like that's the reason why the song sounds like good to me.
I see what you're doing right there. That's some player shit. You see how you talking?
Yeah.
He said that's that. It was her spirit in the song.
Her essence.
Right. Just straight acid.
Nigga about to just say I'm about to perform an exorcism next on this next song.
Oh my gosh. Phantoms. November 3rd. But then I overheard like just sent it to Jules. Jules was like, I don't know if that's gonna make the project, man. I'm like, yo,
Nah, cause
I'm like, please.
the thing is, cause like I am a sound first type of dude. So like also I'm a little bit of a diva. Shout out to B, cause like I care about what I do. Like I know sometimes it's hard sometimes to justify your art when it's also like especially with music where there's somewhat type of a numeral scale to it. But at the same time, I pride myself in a certain style, and I gotta stand by everything I do, even on collab.
That's a fact.
Like as much as you're my bro, I love you. Especially with some things I make, and especially if a body work, I gotta respect myself and my future audience to be like, I gotta stand by this. And sometimes, but that's why that's one of those things, because I see the vision of what you write, but sometimes I'm like, am I gonna bop this in a year? Yeah, I don't know. But the more you did it. Sometimes also, this was your first time recording as well, which
was, I mean, that was the intention too, because the first song, like I remember there was an instance, it was for your song, Bring a Friend, and I didn't want it to be on the song, and I remember being so heartbroken because you're like, bro, it doesn't sound fire. It doesn't sound, I'm not good. He was like, it doesn't sound fire, man, and I remember just walking home that day, and I was just like, dang, man, like I want to make it to a point where like, I could be on a song with this man. Like,
yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, you've cleared that crazy. It's also another thing is also I have to keep in mind I'm also one subjective opinion too. Yeah. But at the same time it's like I gotta stand behind it. And then but you show me so much different. Like even also going outside, I'm starting to like again, I'm understanding how even like I'm understanding music beyond even my sensibilities. I see how like okay, so let's say if someone really invested into spoken word poetry, then they try to do some music.
Shout out Joe Druid.
Their voice sounds similar to Joe Druid, or let's say someone listens to a lot of R&B or even SZA. I feel like I feel like Jazz, you're a SZA baby, in the best way possible.
didn't know what that noise was.
That's when she just like that's the Wicked Witch
That's
melting.
what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
He like that was love, bro. But yeah, and like I said, I'm a fan of hits, so it's different. So coming together sonically is hard, but like I feel like we went crazy this
No,
time.
we did. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, if anybody that listens to it, I just hope they feel like the spirit that we put into it, because it's an interesting soundscape. I've never some of the sounds I've never heard before, and I listened to all those Spotify minutes, and I'm not even hyping it up. Like, some of those sounds I have not heard before, and but for Take Me Back, I had this part, and I was just like, I had this melody, and I was just like, I just got me a new man, and then I was supposed to come in, but I can't talk about it. You're just not part of the plan, but we could work around it. So I just had that portion, and I was just like, I heard Jazz's music, and I was just like, that's her voice. I was like, I heard it before it was there, and then I'm just trying to coordinate it. So I sent it. I was just like, I hear your voice on this. Would you please grace it? And
Nah,
you
she
were
went
like,
crazy though.
You were like, of course I would. And then I was just like, yes. So then I'm over here like, Jules, he's gonna swing by. She's gonna swing.
She baited like 2 times, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I'm like y'all see me being nice right now. I love to be a hater. So when she baited it, I was like, I don't know if she coming, gang. I don't know if she gonna make it.
Behind the scenes, he had me sweating. He had me. I had to write new songs to make sure they were ready.
I was like, bro,
I was sweating.
I
was like,
I'm a picky maker, bro. Like cause I got also I'm mixing these. I'm not even like no. But you the thing is when you came. You feel me? You came in like Victor went beyond the overseas. You just started dropping 30. Cause like also the song, I gotta follow her.
Yeah.
Like the verse initially, the way it ends up now, it sounds like you just spanked me crazy. Like, cause the way her verse sounds, she just like the way she talking to the nigga, she's like, bro, real talk, like stop playing with me. And I'm behind like, let's work around it. Like,
I'm just like, nah.
you got me feeling like Will Smith out here. Like I'm trying to like Jada, what can I do?
Oh my god.
Hey, what else can I do? He's a ghost. You got me feel like Bill Murray out here.
yo. Shout out Khalees.
You're sick. Damn. Nah, shout out Khalees for real, bro. She said she took that boy to the laundromat. Clean that boy up real clean.
Hello?
Oh, so Khalees was dating Bill Murray. They have ended that.
Oh, they did? Oh.
Yeah. Were you surprised?
I thought they were like
Were you surprised? But you were surprised. You thought she was just there for the love.
Oh my god.
Khalees, Nas baby mama. No, but now I'm saying a lot. They're not adding up
Phantom's
to-
coming out November 3rd. November 3rd, Phantom. But yeah, Project Apparitions.
You're on a whole tangent.
So can we talk more about the creative process where all the making of the songs kind of like that? Like you'd get a sound or a melody in your head, and then you'd work it from there. Did you have like, I want to make a song about this because this?
It's a bit of both in a weird way.
Yeah.
Initially, a lot of the stuff we were making were mostly like, I just make songs every day or most days, like 5 days. I told you I treat it like a job. 10 a.m. or like I wake up, work, eat, take a break, eat for like an hour, come back, work again to like fucking 4. Like that, like I'm a robot, bro.
Yeah,
so go my fault.
No, people do not understand. This man works crazy. I always tell them, like, I've never seen people make a song every day, drop a song 52 weeks out of the year, having beats almost like robotically, having multiple beat tapes, having multiple songs, just constantly cranking them out and just perfecting the craft and just going crazy for.
He's got like 1 million songs on iTunes. I was like, God damn.
But the thing is,
he's just going straight and just milling and just going through different melodies and just having such an ear candy for like so many of them. And I remember I started off as a fan because we met as a friend, like I said. Or
you
like
DM'd me on
saying.
Snapchat like I was like, it was good, guy.
Yeah, because it was a friend of a friend, and I heard this song "To the Moon." Shout out Fendi Ty. And
What an error.
It was like one of his earlier songs on his Spotify, and it was just like, "I'm gonna take you to the moon and back.
What you doing in my room? Put your in a tomb. I can take you to the moon."
And I was like that, and it was so funny because he starts the song. What are you doing to me? And I was
I feel like we've all been there.
What are you doing?
Literally.
I'm there every day.
You're like, what are you doing to me? Like,
no, but it was just like, I don't even know what girl he was talking to, but shout out to her because
inspirational.
You did that.
Yo,
Sensational.
but I heard that and I was just like, wow, like my friend knows this person. I was like, wow, this is so crazy. And it was one of those instances like similar to the gallery. I was like, wow, I see someone and I was like, I can do this too. And it was just like, he was inspiring to me. So like I dug into his discography. He became one of the people in my top listens in the 151 minutes. Like he was one of my artists alongside like a Steve Lacy and a Kendrick and a Denzel Curry and a Smino and all that stuff. You know how crazy that is?
Thank you.
So I was just like, yeah. So I was just a fan first. So then I had, we finally had a song from the Bring a Friend situation, and it was just like I had the song. It was called Getting Off, and then I wrote that one, and I wrote it because I was working at the store. I had someone come in, and then I was just working, and then afterwards they were like, "Oh, what's your Instagram and everything?" So they're coming to me first. So I was just like, "Oh wow, this is great." Oh my god.
And it was interesting because
Oh my god!
for viewers who can't see, a burger freed itself from his nose in a sensational manner. I don't know what to say to that.
Eclectic Sage, aka Leaky Faucet.
Oh, Leaky Faucet is wicked. Leaky Faucet is Nikki. But, so a lot of these songs were like reverse samples. We just
Yeah.
now you try. Yeah. Mess me up. Take
My
that.
bad. My bad.
Now you gonna see say yo. Now you good. You see that boy don't photo the president. Trump, he militant. he said anyway.
Have you guys tell me about the process of performing? Because I see you guys have performed a lot. Have you guys been rehearsing for this up and coming thing?
I have memory issues, so I had to dig into my inner Joe Jackson and just work.
Joe Jackson's a crazy reference.
Hey,
I mean, I imagine if you're making songs every day, you can't remember.
Yeah,
them all.
like I had a concussion when I was younger one time, so memory's been a little bit hard for me. So I have to work and listening. But the thing is, outside of that, I have crackhead energy. So once I have the words down, I pretty much commit. Like we have a wide diaspora of sounds. Like there's a song here that was like fake a gospel song, kind of.
Yeah, that one's out. Reignition. You can listen to it on all platforms.
Yeah. I'm on my knees for ignition. Shit was tough, bro. Yeah. And then, I don't know. Then we have some songs were like some things I do sometimes. I remix songs. Like there's a song by Coco Jones called "I See You," which is fire. I try to do a remix, but then playing around at the end, I reverse the sample, and then we have some very sensual like
I never heard a sound like that.
Need you.
I might need to love harder. I might need to run faster.
I might need to.
I know this one ain't on ya. Not to blame, no X Factor.
That's
And the double,
crazy.
his writing is so crazy because when you look at it in the context of a project, a lot of the songs like they just keep on playing into each other, and it talks about like the themes of like wanting and trying to metamorphose or trying to reach a point where you're bracing all the aspects of a relationship, from it starting the initial like love and care, from being love bombed to being left, to like wanting to foster a deeper connection, to wanting to have that person back,
And what you're willing to do, like
what
you're trying to
willing to
brainstorm,
do.
like what can I help, like it's hard.
Yeah, and you're just trying to like reach a point, and you're just like, take me back, have me back, like all those types of feelings and everything. But yeah, and it's a cool diaspora sounds because it's a lot of reverse instrumentals. It's a lot of playing with it's a lot of playing with different types of soundscapes and remixes and everything.
Yeah, it's interesting too because like there's ones like a lot of it is reverse sample, like a lot of reverse beats, like and even Getting Off, that was a reverse beat.
Yeah,
and with the 808s included for some dudes who like make beats, that's where you hear that deep like hypnotic sounding. That's just a reverse 808, and it's interesting. I don't think there's anything really like it around. I don't know. Like I really hope. I want to see how people react to it. Like even like I feel like there's a lot of like chill music or sleeping to music or like even just somber music like you could listen to. We have some songs that are like different though,
active, yeah,
psychedelic. We even have like one that's a little Afro inspired. But at least flow melody wise with the last one.
yeah.
And it's I don't know. I hope people
Y'all ate with them reverse beats. Y'all ate.
Yes, I want to have you. I want to have you on a reverse beat. I sent it to you mad long ago. Hopefully,
Is this the one?
this is Junja Ito.
Oh wait, what's the name of it?
I called it Junja Ito.
You did?
Yeah.
Then you didn't send it to me.
No, I sent it.
No,
I
you
sent
didn't.
it.
No, you didn't.
It was
So
Alpha
who's
Reverse.
wrong?
Alpha Reverse is Junja Ito.
Cherno, who you betting on is the right in this situation? I'm messing you. We're doing side bets over here.
My name's Bennett, and I'm not in it. So.
Oh,
That man standing on business.
But also,
Standing on business.
Alpha Reverse. But also, yeah. So we kind of coordinated that theme, and I was reading a lot of Junja Ito comics and everything. And
I got my money.
yeah,
Shouts out to procrastination.
so it's alright.
You listen to like what Uzumaki and stuff like. What is a Junji Ito type of comic? If you
Okay,
don't know
I
what
got
it is?
you.
Yes,
Oh.
please.
Get
Junji
into it.
Ito, right? He's a horror manga artist.
Yes.
I love his manga books. My favorite one right now was Uzumaki because I don't know, just like the way that he incorporated fear in like spirals. I was like crazy to me, and the depictions, the illustrations. Yeah, like it was so interesting. Like
I have not read that one. I want to read
It's
that one so bad.
iconic, and they used to black and white.
When my friend is done with the book, I could dead let you borrow it, bro.
Oh my gosh, yes, please. Yes,
That's-
please.
That
But I
Never
love
disappoints.
I love his art style because similar to how I try to approach photography, he looks at things and tries to get the texture and detail out of them,
Yes.
and that's where he draws his fear from in his illustrations. It's the texturing and it's the way that he does the composition, and just those two little things differentiates him so much so that whenever they try to do a live action version or try to do some type of like animated version of his work, it just doesn't match because you
Yeah.
can't have that type of detailing on a movie.
Hey, we don't
obviously.
know.
Hit and a
We don't know.
miss. We don't know.
Those from about to drop one. I'm praying.
I'm
Oh
saying,
yes, that's
what the
Uzumaki.
movie Spirals is based on?
No, that's different. That's Saul. That's Saul. Chris
Yeah.
Rock.
No, not that. There was another movie. This is a Japanese film, and it was based on like the fear of like spirals or some shit.
Maybe they tried
I have to,
they tried to animate one, but it was whack.
No, it was live action. I have to.
It was
look
live
up.
action.
Maybe
Well,
it's-
that's wicked.
Word, I
I'll
wanna hear
look it
about
up.
this.
I'll look it up. But yeah, I'm sorry.
He excites me so much.
yes. And you know what's funny? I knew when I asked you to like look at Take Me Back, and then I looked at your your discography and everything. I saw like Junji Ito on one of your
Literally,
thing.
Clever. The cover of Clever is Tomie. Tomie is my favorite.
Yeah,
My
so-
favorite out
What's the
of all
story of
his.
Tommy?
Oh my god, bro! So this girl, she doesn't die. Like
Nani?
there's one. I don't remember what manga it came from, but she's like, this painter's like infatuated with her, and like he's painting the real her. The real Tomie has two faces. One that's like deformed and all like grotesque, and then there's like her regular face. And
Wow.
he saw that, and she got mad, and she was just like,
Relax.
respect me, literally, like
yeah.
respect me. And he got so crazed with her that he killed her. Like he's chopping her up in pieces, but each piece that was chopped up makes a totally new Tomie. Let's
Yeah.
say he chopped her up into 27 pieces. That's
Oh, we got
27 new
27.
Tomie. Yep.
But
Yeah.
both, and they all have the disformed face after too.
They're all the same.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
basically
So-
like she's a parasite. Like she's
Literally,
and
yeah.
it's interesting because it's like every person that she's with like has the urge to like mysteriously like want to
Yes.
axe her, which is a problem because like you can't have somebody just axing people. So they're like, oh my gosh, they murdered this girl, but then it's just like she comes back and then she splits over and then she
That's
goes
wicked.
to affect somebody
Mad
else.
one.
So you read through all the different
Sound
short
like a roach.
stories. Yeah, so it's like, but it's like for me, I look at it as like there's a lot of deeper themes that he's touching on there. At least in my thing, analytically, it's one, the projection that someone has of past relationships, in the sense that like whatever person, even though they're kind of chopping them up and it's kind of like excessive, it's kind of just like she's just kind of just there and they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm infatuated, and they become too infatuated in the premise of her without even knowing her true essence. Every person other than maybe the painter didn't see her true surface level intentions, and so like but she's like well aware of like her thing, and she's kind of like she's not really the greatest person either. And so it's just like he's
terrible.
And
she loves attention.
So
yeah,
you were going through it while you were reading this type of work. You like, you know what? This the guy I'm gonna base my pain off of.
No, but I was just like, when you're, it's interesting because I feel like as an artist, you kind of gravitate towards art that kind of reflects what you're going through. Like even like before that, I never really listened to horror or like read horror or did anything of that. But I understood that like at the time I was processing like the grief of like my dog passing away at the time, and then also like R.I.P. Odin, I love him, man. But yeah, I was just going through that, but also just trying to understand, because I never as a kid understood why some people were attracted to like macabre art or like art that reflected more of the darker and more.
I just thought they were odd. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought that was the thing, but it was just probably because they were kind of trying to juggle some of the darker aspects of life while also just trying to find the little nuances and beauty within the like details, and then also finding like the thrill of it. Like also, because I remember like just turning the pages and my store manager just gave me all of Junjo Ito's comics. Like he was just like, once you finish with this one, you can read the next one. And then I was turning through them, and I was just like, wow, this is the only book where you flip it and it feels like, oh my gosh, you get a jolt of adrenaline in a book. Like I never felt that reading a book. Like maybe a movie, but like a book, like
you gotta fuck with the mangas, bro.
Yeah,
I love pictures.
I love words
pictures with Junji because it's like Sage said, it's terrifying but beautiful to look at his drawings.
Were you reading them in the dark?
No, I was not. I was reading them. I would read them on the train. It would be well lit. It'll be a bunch of people, and you'll still because it will catch you off guard. Just some of the things and some of the like imaginings in his mind.
So do you feel like the sounds and even the themes you touched on, like heartbreak, the joys of it, and also just the oddity with the reverse samples, you feel like it did at least the idea? It did Junji Ito, that type of creepy horror, did it do it justice in the R&B space?
I don't think the sound reflects some of the visuals, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like the concept of a phantom is very, like, it's not something that you could kind of like touch. It's funny, but it's something that's present in just alienation in general and being unable to. And I feel like you could achieve that through like long exposure photography. I could feel like you could achieve that with just backs being turned in the photo. Let's say, for instance, you have something that seems like you can approach it, but it's like the idea of it precedes it, so you can't really truly experience the feeling of it. And so I feel like we touched on that a lot, and kind of the reasons and exploring why, because it gives a depth to the characters. Like even with the song Phantoms, it talks about the reason why someone in a relationship might not want to engage in a relationship, and it's because of like past traumas that they themselves are carrying, which also bleeds into the traumas that you're carrying. And
I've been guilty of that.
Yeah, you can't. And it's a human thing to do, and it's kind of just touching on that, and it's a very personal thing. And it was like trying to understand, because it was at the time when I was talking to somebody, and I was just like, I was trying to understand like why they always like come and go. And it was funny because I had my friend, shout out Shay, she was like, they were like, write a song about ghosting, and I was like, okay. And I was like,
that's literally how you do it. That's all my music.
Yeah, it was like write a song about ghosting, and it was just like, okay. And then I really dug deep and tried to understand like why.
You approach it like that?
I was trying to understand for Phantoms. For Getting Off, I wasn't trying to do that. I was just like, this is great. Like somebody just talked to me. This is great. But then for Phantoms, I was just like that. For Real, I wrote that as a response. So it was Getting Off, Phantoms. For Real was how I wrote it, and then everything else kind of we just happened to make stuff. Yeah,
for me, the songs I architected off of it, it was more like I based a lot of stuff on melody first. So I'll do a melody and see if I have something that sounds like iconic or interesting. Then I'll think, once I find a melody, I'll be like, all right, what's my mood? What's been going on in life? There's one day you called me that was like last when I was in that type of mood.
Yeah.
Last one. That girl better than the last one. I don't want to. Let's not. I don't want
to give too much away.
Yeah.
Honestly, also just it's very explicit.
Yeah, that one is very explicit, but you know that girl. I had the cleaner verse on that one. That girl, yeah, she better than the last one. Better speak with candor. I've been feeling along you since we first engaged in banter. Let me get my bands up, blow a bag off for you, while I go and put my hands up.
Hands up,
Okay, Mars. Excuse me.
But it is subtly. It has a couple entendres like let me blow a bag out for you. Let me blow a. Yeah,
Oh my God.
It's little subtleties. It's little subtleties. Like I'm matching Jules on that one.
I don't know.
So, a question. So, pulling back a little bit, how do you want the space itself to reflect these themes that you're putting into the music? Like, how is that going to?
You're referring to the
affect-
gallery more?
I'm sorry.
You said space.
Yes, I'm referring to the gallery. Excuse me. So, how is that going to reflect how people receive the music when you perform? Like, how do you want people to interact with some of the images and the other art that's in there as well?
I guess I kind of want people to just be interested in one, how colorful and how lively like it feels to be like in the process of falling in love. Even in heartbreak, like you can reminisce on something and it still feels sweet. That type of bittersweetness, even though like just kind of feel that in the gallery, because it wasn't like I was going through like a terrible like attraction towards somebody. It wasn't like, it was like some of the happiest memories I had. It was just like, wow, like I never felt like this type of high like this, and I was just like, this is crazy.
But at
And
the same time, anything that can make you feel that high also has the potential to make you feel that low. And just the way it feels, like just the idea of love and a deeper connection, just like a phantom, you can't touch it, but it affects you heavily. And you can sense it in the air. And even with some of the fashion pieces around it, they're going to reflect like the otherworldly, how different you feel with some of the pieces, and even some of the visual arts themselves are going to reflect that. And even bigger, the gallery is going to reflect that space, but also it's to help like build a better scene for like artists of our caliber right now, trying to be outside and like create actual art for people to consume, and not just with music, but other things. I feel like, again, a lot of things we spoke in the previous episode, a lot of things is disjointed and not connected, and small projects like this going and going, not just from me and him, but others around us, and us propping each other, like not that we just put like it because it's us, but like we at least listen to each other, consider each other, and raise the best of us to show to outsiders to be intrigued again. I think there's a beginning of that first step. In addition, I feel like us also doing it in Brooklyn allows us to reach a different audience, because both of us being from the Bronx, I feel like we have to go to where people are more tending to go outside right now. In the future, we want to do it and combine with other groups and other people in different boroughs, and even in a year or two, people from different states. Like it's piece by piece, but like I feel like this space is gonna reflect that.
Yeah, and I feel like Project Apparitions for me is more so just dealing with some of like the past woes and just trying to move past that, and it comes not only from this gallery that we're throwing as well, but also the music, and then also just shooting videos in the future, and also just kind of building upon just like working with other artists, doing all that type of stuff, and just kind of building the community aspect of everything.
Yeah, because we're looking at music. It is a business sometimes, but also I really want to like have a great piece of art and like carve something significant. And I know like there's a roadmap. It's gonna be like a 10-year process, at least for me. Similar with Sage. I don't know about Jazz, but I feel like she has the propensity and the capacity to do some wicked shit.
I think she could be like the top R&B artist. I'm not going to hold you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Jazz, man.
I think But it all starts from today, and actually, I think I pride myself in consistency, but also with you, and not just doing the same thing over. Actually putting care and thought, like you did with your words, having it reflect. Because I feel like, especially for mainstream, there's a loss. there's a loss and disconnect from the regular person. There's a loss and disconnect from people's attention. There's a loss and disconnect in actual effort and care that's put into art itself. And I can understand now because the way it's structured now is kind of draining and takes away from the soul. But I feel like our generation and our class is gonna sharpen and define the next 20 years in music.
Sure.
Because we've seen all the
Absolutely.
titans now. All the bigger titans are from like the 2000s, late 2000s, early 2010s still.
Yeah.
Eventually, those guys have to sit down, and there's a gap. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of pioneers, especially from the hip hop rap space, but in between like X, Juice, that and even pop that would have like kept some
Really
creativity.
would've-
So
yep.
it's up to us to pick up that load, get creative, and get smarter. I think this is the first step, like getting people our age to want to come outside, touch actual art, and also even giving a level of prestige to music. Why does my music have to be worth $3.99 or just worth a stream? It could be timeless art. It could be viewed as that, and this is the beginning of that.
Yeah.
It's just introducing that to the people that listen to us and to like reorient and reframe how we look at it.
Exactly. And yeah, I feel like that type of aspect, like really valuing and like the love of it, because a lot of the gallery is just a culmination of my experiences through like the year too, and just a lot of the small kindnesses that people like just have done for me, like even without them knowing, like in one of the swallowings recognitions, like hide it behind a smile. Yeah, for real. Like you wouldn't know that I was going through like all those types of things that I was going through at the same time, because I'll just be outside or like I'll be doing this, like I'll be highly functional. So everybody would be like, oh yeah, you'll be like, he's great. He's just chilling. But like the more you know me, it's like, oh, he's just juggling a lot. And even though he like makes the most out of situations, it's not like the happiest place in the moment. So it's just like being able to move forward and create a scene and do that and just trying to provide my perspective. It for me is like really important. Yeah, to me is like really important. Yeah, so I just really want to create like the kind of timelessness, the perspective, and just share that with people. And for me, it was just like I said, I was working like the 2 jobs and everything, trying to, yeah, I think so. Yeah, just trying to create the space and everything to, just to kind of reflect all the beauty that I saw, whether it's like in the midst of tragedy and everything.
Yeah, and even with that song with Reignition, is also you have to be humble enough to be honest and admit when you need help, whether it's from your friends or higher power, or just from yourself too. Like you have to like basically leave a plea, and then eventually you hear in the verses hyping each other up, talking your shit, projecting, and also putting the work behind it, and reflecting even like where were you putting your energy in before, and was it worth to put all your energy in certain girls at the time, or was it whether to put in yourself? Yeah. Learning from each mistake, and also not being quick to blame others. Like you look into yourself first and see what you could have done, or how you're responsible for certain situations that you were singing about.
Yeah, which is why I love Jazz's verse like so much, because
She let niggas know how she like, yo.
Yeah, because it was.
Come on now.
I'm not even gonna lie. When I heard it, I was like, damn, I feel kind of hurt, because maybe I do some of these things. I was like,
you
maybe
definitely do.
I definitely do.
You definitely do. Nah, I'm not.
No. I was like, oh dang. But I was just like, I love the perspective of it. But yeah. Also, shout out to you for just like always being on like the grind, making stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's your impression of just Project Apparition so far, of what you've seen? I know you didn't see that much of it.
I am excited. I love it. I can't wait to see it in like its fullness. Like I'm super excited. You guys really put a lot into this project, and I just can't wait. You guys are really inspiring.
You're very inspiring too. I feel like also they can't be here, but Prince, Free Your Spirit too.
Yeah.
Who else? Moody, Lex Moody. Who else did we also meet on our
Bro, Thrills, Certified Industries. Shout out to Charlie, Angel.
Yes.
Angel.
Yes.
Static Selector with the shots for helping shoot the cover.
Yes, he's called Static Selector.
My fault. Was that Selector Static? I'm
No,
sorry.
his name is just Static. We call him Static Shot because he's just really good at shooting.
Shout out to Virgil Hawkins.
He also shot the picture for You're Already Dead as well.
Facts.
Yeah, shout out to you
Yo,
for
that picture is fucking hard.
That nigga
Yeah.
look like a demon.
I whenever I put music, because I'm old, so I actually buy my music, and when I put it on my phone, it'll like take away the cover. Like that's the cover for Reignition. Like that shit is so dope. That shit is inspiring.
That I ain't gonna lie to you. It's funny too seeing sometimes even with you like in the previous podcast with my son Michael, how he talked about people views themselves. It's funny like you're like that picture is not you every day, but the fact that you have that in you is hilarious.
That's why I looked at it and I was just astounded. I was like, I have that in me.
What were you doing in that frame?
I don't know. I was just rapping, but it looks sickening. Like it felt like I was out of a Junjo Ito panel. I was like, this is fire.
So
I was like,
sorry, that's so cool.
because it does not. That's not how like I feel, how I present the aura of it, but it just feels so ominous. And also, it reminded me of Earl Sweatshirt's Chum, and just also like that black and white, just simple portrait, just self portrait. And I was just like, that looks beautiful. And I was just like, I would love this for a first song on my new Spotify listing because I lost my last one.
Real shit. But nah. And also I'm excited to see because I feel like even with the mixing with certain albums, there's going to be certain songs are definitely going to have like small elements of psychedelics would be interesting in this landscape, especially with people like Yachty, with his last project LP, and even like just people like Redville, watching how this will sound, and then also what we take from this from each other in the future, how will it reflect, and if we ever will we combine. I feel like. Again,
I feel like we will, but we need a break.
I'm working, but nah, I will take a 3-week break.
Yeah,
Will you though? Will you really take this break?
I've been telling him he needs a little tiny break.
Nah,
I know I've been breaking. You have not seen me. If you, I feel bad because people are like, "Where have you been, Sage?" And I'm just in the studio dungeon right now. I'm sorry.
Nah, but I feel like it's an investment because the same time I see too many times I watch people older than me, especially my Hoover, like my OS, and I see small things, especially with stuff like music. A lot of the niggas you see around you, a lot of artists, whether it was purposely or not, I see certain places they do not reach, like at least, brand wise and just overall consumption of their music. Generally speaking, they weren't consistent and they weren't innovative and adapting. And I feel like this especially this field is as much as it is subjective, at the end of the day, you have to feed and like cultivate a fan base. If your type of music is ahead of its style, then you have to figure out a way how to do it consistently and bridge the general public to your ear.
Yeah, I also feel this is where we kind of butt heads. I also feel like artists gotta make stuff for themselves.
I feel the same way.
And yeah,
it depends.
This is where we be butting heads in the studio because sometimes I would like something.
It's your art, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but everything from but the things you gotta realize, I came from the nigga who I made songs for myself and I liked it, but then like the rush of having people generally enjoy your song and you made it like you started off as your shit, but then you just have the affirmation of someone generally enjoying it, and then like I got to meet you through that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
So,
you
like,
you got me, but I almost started tearing up on the thing. He got me all guard.
Nah, but I'm being serious because, like, I don't know, or at the very least, there's so many ways because you in mind. Maybe even if it's not the best per se, you put in enough work to like, all right, my song. I have a crazy song that sounds like this, but the next artist is similar to it. Maybe I make a song that bridges that gap, and then make another one that I have. And do it again and again, and also making the visuals. The problem that messes up a lot of people is, they don't know what type of art they want to make, how they want to live off of it. Because sometimes people can help other people and also cook their own shit. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people taking advantage of people in this industry. Mm-hmm. And
that's real. Also,
the people before us, they didn't think about the whole market. They didn't think about, damn, if we sell into streaming, how will this reflect in the younger artists? things of that nature. But I feel like that's why it's up to us. Once I carve a way, I got to make it better for the people behind me and the people with me. Also, I feel like us working together, you say what you want to say. Even Future, he was a Dungeon Family member. Niggas did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about with Dungeon Family?
Yeah. He told me that
was in the dungeon.
he told me that the other day, and that was insane to me. I was like, he was in Dungeon. For people that do not know, Dungeon
Well, he's
Family.
like Dungeon Family's second generation.
But even
that's still crazy.
That's still
bro.
crazy.
I know.
Dungeon Family, if people know, was the origin of a lot of artists from the South. So like you had
ATL specifically,
Outkast,
CeeLo Green, Outkast, all that.
There's Goody Mob, Organized Noise, which are the producers that produced a lot of their earlier albums and a lot of their biggest hits.
And it's wicked. And you would say that, but you hear the Outkast, you hear Future music, you wouldn't think they're lying, but there's something intrinsic that he learned from making songs and picking up from people. Just even the artists from the generation before us, I noticed. That's why you talk about pens, but I take it a lot because a lot of the bigger artists we love to this day. Yeah, their pen is fire. They all start off as songwriters. Even if they collaborate with others, they start off as songwriters. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Mac Miller,
J. Cole.
Jermaine Cole.
Jermaine
Cole.
You know what's funny? Me and Jermaine go to the same school.
Bro, are you shitting me? Common, the whole Hawkins. Ye's interesting because he's Ye
was the best comedian writing wise. Like if you put Dave Chappelle,
but that might have been for Ludacris, bro. Because
You're right. You're right.
Jamie Foxx, bro. Donald Glover. A lot of these dudes were writer by trades in some degree. And so I think I gotta any business, I fell in love with the art of crafting, making music. Now I want to refine it and then learn how to just make it better.
It's funny because I always say that I'm a writer first, and it shows a lot. Because even in my most basic songs,
so real.
Now you're a performer too now.
No, I'm a performer, but I always perform. I always rapped, but that was a lot of it. I dedicate a lot of the songs to my dog, because every time I walk around the block, the reason why I have all those Spotify minutes is because
you were just walking.
I was just walking him, so the only thing I had to do, he was a big old Rottweiler. I can't look at my phone while I'm walking him, so all I could do is listen to music. So then you just memorize lyrics, you memorize the cadences, you memorize all this different things. So without him, I wouldn't know how to write. I wouldn't know how to be inspired. I wouldn't have gone to the Kendrick concert that inspired me to be oh yeah, I can do this. It wouldn't have been the same. I would have the things that I look towards, my priorities, my way that I craft myself, the way that I hold and carry myself, the way that I look at different things without just the key pieces of my essence. And I feel like that has to reflect in the music and also has to reflect in how I interact with people. Because for me, regardless of anything that I do, the biggest thing is just being present. And I always say that people are like, oh man, don't you have work in the morning? I'm like, it's just important to be present. And I feel like that was the thing of the year. Even if I wasn't there, I was just a lingering phantom in the room. It was just oh, he was just outside. He was just for months straight, just constantly oh man, he was just always there.
Yeah, you a braver soldier than me. I'm not strong. I'm not God's strongest warrior. Cause boy, I love my crib. I love you, bro. This nigga was outside. I said, get out, go home, sleep. Are you not tired? I'm tired though. But now in all actuality, being serious, I learned so much from performing. Even I stumbled across a whole genre type of music, new jazz. People gonna hear that in the future.
Luck.
A whole bunch of different. I feel like the more I go outside and learn, but now this is my first time actually having a body of work. And now with the lessons I learned from that, listen, enjoy this for now. But I'm telling you, it's just the beginning. How did you meet Sage, Jazz?
I actually met him through Prince.
Yeah, it was so funny. So basically, I was outside. We went to Coexist Gaming. Shout out to that place in Manhattan. We have Prince Inspiration. He's having a show right now, so I want him to come.
We love you, Prince.
Yes, we love him.
Break a line.
Yeah, shout out on Stars. Anyways, so he was coming to a show, and we were performing. It was nobody in there. It was nobody in there.
Wait, you have those
was this
nights.
last year for the Halloween party that we were like supposed to go to, but
Yeah, and then we ended up staying outside. Yeah, that was where we met.
That line was wrapped around the block.
It was so funny.
Y'all just
I talked about
outside.
this. I talked about this in the Out Ego versus Algorithm episode. But yeah, so like there was a line. It was wrapped around the front. Freeze driving us. Prince is there, and then it was June Janor, and then it was Jazz that was sitting there, and then I remember he sat down and I was just coasting because I was just like, I got work at 9 a.m, but I'm here at 4 a.m. waiting for a party that I know I can't get into because the line wraps around the block. And then we just were watching the progression of the party from the outside, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like we saw the police department shut it down. We saw the fire truck come in.
There was
we
some
saw
craziness.
We saw like so
outside.
much craziness. We saw all the people leaving out the venue. We saw the whole thing, and we were just still there, like we were gonna get in out there. And it was just so funny. But the first thing that you said to me, you were like, "Oh yeah, I like your vibe," and I was just like, "I like your vibe too." I was just like, I knew from there we were gonna be locked in. I was like, "That's so fire."
Yes.
That's adorable. Nah, shout out to Prince. Prince was also one of those early people I met. Probably like my first year learning how to make music. I was in like Albany. Before I went to Albany State, I was just making beats on like Linux, just combining different free loops. But then when I went to Albany, I saw a kid from Brooklyn, shout out to Keys, inspirational ass nigga. Learned jazz for 13 years, was just cooking up drill beats at that time. Like, it had to be 2019. I just saw him record, and I'm like the type of nigga. If I see someone in front of me doing things, I'm like, I can do this shit. So I just had a Blue Yeti, a dorm, just a regular laptop with like a pirate FL Studio, and I was just singing. And then, and Prince was there first year. He was like upperclassman, and I met him through him. It's crazy that you know Prince through that, and then again, we just
No, I know Prince. You know what's crazy?
What
The
happened?
first time I ever performed was when Prince was performing, and that's how I know Prince. And it was for the song that we both made together.
Shit was
That's
wicked.
so crazy. You know how crazy that is? That's why I was just like, the lineage of all the art that I made for the project and just Project Apparitions generally is just a reflection of just all the times where like I put myself out of a comfort zone, and it's kind of like just the results of a lot of things. Because I went from having zero photography, zero music, zero skills in like any of these platforms, no recording skills, no nothing. I had recorded one song that was over in Red Velvet Studios up in Mount Vernon.
You want to talk about that, Dave?
Oh no, that was different. That was
Okay.
different. I'll leave that one for another podcast episode.
This nigga holding out.
But I went to Mount Version, and it was for my song Visions, and I always talk about, and it was cool because I wanted to drop a song Visions in the year 2020 because it was 2020 vision. So it was supposed to, yeah. Even back then, I was like, but it was just like
This guy.
I know I was one of those, but it was so cool, and it was just trying to understand and be like water, my friend, my armament there to defend from all the critique, mistaking my cool demeanor for the visa, trying to swipe the credit from me, want to claim friends, but they just frauds, they leap with faith, they leap with frauds, they want to jump ship and not take off, because they offset by my perseverance, I put my heart and soul into these lyrics, they say my name and all they want to do is try to smear it, so I spearhead my movement, my spirit still improving, already know my skills have been proven, pen movement, curse it's, talking loops around static people trying to come up in my circuit, shorted, breaker overloaded, you better take notice. I put my entire essence in the words that I wrote in. This is true heart's devotion.
5 fingers of death.
Yeah, like this is true heart's devotion. If there's no meaning in the world so indifferent, then I'm gonna spark some change and make the difference. That's the vision. And it's so
You don't
crazy.
start with your Martin Luther King bars.
Yo, and that was and it's so crazy because I look back at that song, I'm like, all those themes just tie into everything like I write, and it's like even this podcast is like the actuality of just like going to museum, trying to go to see Lucas, go to see Trent, go to see things, and just trying to create something that I want to see in the world, and just trying to like help other people do what they want to see in the world, and just making the world a better place in that sense. And I was just like, wow, that to me is what Project Apparitions is.
Your pen is so beautiful.
I will say this nigga's mad altruistic. I was just like, yo,
Hey, that's
I just want to make some shit.
I just want to make some slaps, nigga. I want to make some hits, nigga. It's fine.
If you look at my things, I always wanted to make music to feed like that was the thing that inspired me about Kendrick because Kendrick's one of my favorite artists. It was the propensity for people to move towards something because of his music. Like people were marching to all right, and I wanted to make people were marching to what's going on. It was just like activist part of music, and I wanted to be an activist through my music and just try to get people to move, even if it's to come out to a gallery, even if it's to come out to.
So inspiring.
Just wanted.
I feel like those things come in time though. I feel like you can't always force it sometimes, but naturally.
No. But naturally, I
they
just wanted to
put a
build
reps
community.
Because before you heard Marvin, that nigga had mad demos. Even with Kendrick, he had like 3 bodies of work before that.
Beforehand.
And it's valid. Even like you laugh, but like Lil Baby's bigger picture, that was a bop.
Yeah,
that was a bop.
And that was the thing that got people out, and just that activist nature of things. And
but right now you want to talk about heartbreak.
no,
You gotta
because
activize on the.
I gotta talk
the heartbreak.
about what's
you
real.
can bring awareness to heartbreak.
Stop hurting my heart.
Literally,
Yeah.
stop it.
It's
Nah,
endangered.
I feel
affects
I
your
feel
mental
like
health,
with,
which-
yeah, I feel like
Literally.
with,
Definitely.
yeah, I feel like
Awareness.
with heartbreak,
That shit is draining.
you got to deal with heartbreak to change the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta have empathy.
100%.
You have to have
Heartbreak is a
empathy.
great way to learn about empathy.
Yeah.
That's when I did my first little tinge of heartbreak. It made me
Wait, what
look
was that
inward.
movement? Do that one more
Little
time?
tinge, like you gotta. Like I didn't
Like
like.
trying to dodge it, but you don't want to
I
get
got nicked a bit. You feel me? I got a little bit of poison. A little bit. It nicked me. It hurts. I got to take a shower. I'm like, it stings. But nah, it makes me look inward. I feel like I know there's a lot of people look outwards. Sometimes you want to blame others, but there's a lot of things are in your control.
I'm pondering because all my music is about heartbreak. So I'm like, am I like looking inward or am I like projecting?
Sometimes it depends on
Maybe
music
it's a little
because
bit of both.
music
You
is
never know.
it could be truthful, but you have to put a piece of your soul into it for it to really hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you might be bugging, but if
I
you
definitely
reflect
be
your
bugging.
feelings in it,
I definitely.
there's been times I've been
also-
sick.
Also, I feel like whenever I write something, even if it's about somebody else, it's about myself too. So
Oh no,
like,
it's just about them.
oh no, it was like
cool, huh? You little delulu.
I can do nothing wrong.
I'm crying. Even for
She meant it.
the way you looked at me and said that, you meant that. Even for the song that we opened the episode with for Start Over, it was talking about it ends up with hoping that love you find it, and it was talking about her, but also talking about myself too. So yeah, it was a lot of the themes, especially there's a lot of duality in the way that I write. I always like
I
duality.
like that.
I always like because I feel like everyone's a reflection of myself and I'm a reflection of them.
That's deep.
Now, sometimes when I write, especially with you, I write. I try to be honest. I try to be honest. I want to be like cotton candy for your ears, but the words, especially for niggas who love words, I feel like you got to be really honest. Like I talk about it.
That's a fact. You taught me how to be honest.
Yeah, cause now
I used to kind of skirt around my feelings.
Nah,
and I
you
was
gotta
just
talk
like,
about it. The
I'ma
first time you
analyze
did
it.
that shit, bro, this man was dropping a big ass tear. I said, "You wildin'." I said, but I understood though, cause it's very vulnerable to be like that on a regular basis. It's kind of crazy.
Vulnerability is scary, especially when it comes to music, because like that means
Because
someone's
people
peering into
no,
your
because
brain.
the thing is too, especially when people want to give constructive criticism, it's hard to do that sometimes as well. Because once you put a piece of your shit
Trying to
into
tell me
it,
about myself.
You,
Excuse me.
it's like
exactly.
yo, that piece of you was fake garbage. It hurts, but sometimes it could be just melody, or it could be content as well. It's just you're putting yourself up. It's different from like, let's say you're just, even if you're making music, but you're making a jingle, and niggas don't like your jingles. Like, I guess, my nigga, who gives a fuck? But niggas don't love the story of your heartbreak.
You know that.
Yeah, no
get
disrespect.
Fight me outside. I'm staying on business.
No disrespect to people out there making jingles, though. Do your thing.
No, but the jingles are that's a craft, but it's not nigga, like the nigga who made the McDonald. I'm loving it. Like nigga was not having a food addiction. He was not. Trust me. He had a Big Mac, but Big Macs wasn't the reason why he woke up in the day. Like it's different, gang.
That's a very vivid picture I had in my head.
Like nigga woke up, he said first Mac of the day.
Return of the Mac.
You a little too excited. You a little too.
Yummy in my tummy.
You got a little too much barbecue in your sauce, my boy.
Ew.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
I feel you on
Barbecue.
that.
You
I
never had
remember.
barbecue?
Keep it away.
What were you say, Trip?
Damn. No. I was no. I remember being peer reviewed in school.
Oh my god, my school used to do that.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
swap work.
Well, not even just that. Well, really, it was the whole class. It was like you would put your work up, and then you would talk about, you'd give your artist statement, and you talk about it, and then people would just give you feedback that. Which, I mean, it helps. It helps you stand in front of people and be.
If you're not used to that shit could be.
Yeah. It was weird the first time, but now, I did. In some ways, I got.
Talk your shit, Trent. I stand on it. Stand on business.
Like a lot of, and I think I told Sage just like a lot of what y'all are doing now reminded me of like my last project that I did in school was like a lot of that was about being vulnerable and dealing with heartbreak and loss and grief and all that and
Shit, a lot.
and I threw all that into my work and it was like damn like
It hit different when niggas have critiques for it, right?
Yeah.
Like, what you know about my life?
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was like, whatever. Like, regardless of what anybody says about it, like, I know, the work I put into it. And, it like as we were talking about in the other episode, it was honesty. And that resonated with people, because it was honest and because it came.
Who doesn't love honesty?
From the gut.
People say that, but they love honesty, but sometimes they like convenient honesty.
Yeah.
If it lies, if it goes with the,
But then
with the
I
different.
don't think that's real honesty. If you only want it when it's convenient, honesty is not everyone. Okay, honesty, you love it and you hate it.
Yeah.
You hate it when it's you and someone's telling you the truth because nobody in reality wants to hear the truth. Everybody's a little bit delusional.
Yeah, they want to hear.
Yeah.
They want to hear the shit that goes wrong with
It's
their.
all good until you have to look at yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Tomei situation.
Literally.
If you think about it.
She doesn't want to see herself.
She doesn't want to see herself.
She avoids that. That's why she likes the attention.
Phantoms.
Oh, doing that song is okay. Doing that song is okay.
We bringing it together.
Yes, my brother. Say it again. Speak again.
No, I was trying to find this quote.
No, you said the way you said. The way you said. Oh, I was like, oh, okay, you got it.
No. It was. I think it was. Fuck, it was.
Wow, that gave me some insight into something. Wow.
But
That gave me some into something. I'll tell you off the air.
Are you keeping out on us, nigga?
Yeah, I can't expose the
Get a
person.
load of this guy.
I can't expose the
But
person.
nah, honestly
Get outta
speaking, enough of the project. Let's just breathe for a second. How y'all been feeling in life? Like what's been going on with y'all? My fault. I know this is crazy, but like.
Oh yeah.
that's funny though. We put the beginning of the episode at the end. Normally at the beginning we talk about how we.
I told you, they said Jules
nah.
from the X Commanded episode. Things are different here. Or that's what will be reversed.
Well, I wanted to say shout out to you. You just released a song. Can
Yes,
you
I
talk
did.
about
What's
it?
the song
Oh
called?
my god, so this song is called Plague.
Yeah.
And where can they hear this song?
Oh, right now they can hear it on SoundCloud because I'm saving this for my actual project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you guys inspired me.
And
Because before, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, is there a specific way to spell your name so
Oh,
the
yes.
audience knows?
So my name is pronounced Jazz, but it's spelled JXZZ.
Fire.
Heavy on the X.
I love X.
All right, I'm sorry. Continue.
You can find the song on SoundCloud for now. It's kind of sad, but no, I'm not even gonna say it's kind of sad. It is sad.
You know, we gonna need a melody. We're gonna need to sing a little melody.
Can we hear it a little bit?
Okay,
Can we
wait.
get it? Yeah, can we get a little sample?
Dang, I gotta think of the lyrics. Okay, I'm gonna sing like the last 15 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, here we go, yo.
I'm just trying to breathe and calm my mind. See the way it brings me all the clarity sometimes. Need a split to rid you from my brain, you from my mind. You're just like the plague and you just cling onto my life.
That's not real music.
Yes.
I feel like R&B funk flex right now.
Oh my
That
god.
hits you somewhere deep. I love
It's
it.
actually kind of my favorite song because it is deep. I wrote it about somebody. Like, they're kind of...
You having your own little circuit right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, circuit is crazy.
Phantom Lover, I just want to break the circuit.
What happened?
I just have a lot of love for them. So I wrote that to let them know because they don't listen to me. Like, if I were to sit there and have a conversation with them, everything I said would either go over their head or through one ear and out the other. They
Why
only
you feel
listen
like that
through
is?
music.
Oh wow.
So you communicate with this person through music.
Yeah, because
That's fair. I do the same thing. I'm not going with you.
yeah, it's somebody who's dear to me. So I know they like music, and that's where we both connect. So when I speak to them through music, I feel like I'm getting my point across better than me actually opening my mouth.
You want to save your breath and shit.
Literally, I rather save it. Just put it in the music.
No, you stronger than me, bro. I keep my shit like a diary. Like no one was really meant to see this shit.
That's literally how I started music. Like it was a diary for me.
It's so funny though.
Yeah, it's
When
Why
you
is
know
it funny?
when I know the context
Oh,
behind
yeah,
some of
nah,
your songs, I'll be like,
that boy be sitting going through
I'll
pain.
be like,
That boy
the
don't
best
cap in
part.
his rap. That's the best part of the shit. You can see me going crying. I'm like,
Anita is so fire.
I need a bad one.
That's
I need
the
a cute
best
ass
part.
weird song.
feelings carry music. If I can connect to your song with my feelings, you have all my streams. Please take it.
All my streams is crazy.
Yeah.
All of them.
Niggas should take it.
Even if I die today.
Oh, you just this is nasty. You gonna quote me to my face?
Oh my god. I don't even know how you even came up with that melody. And you did that on a Blue Yeti?
Yeah,
That's insanity.
yeah,
That song still holds up.
yeah. It's like that was like 4 hours of trying to like record. If you don't know what the Blue Yeti is, it's like meant for podcasts and music creation. And then I didn't have like my auto tune was very rough. So a lot of like earlier on, I was really hitting those notes. I just like auto tune to me is like Sprite. Raw vocals is like water, but I like a little fizz with my.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome.
As the listeners heard, Jazz can sing, but you use autotune.
I do because it adds that little.
It does.
Like
it does.
think of Salt Bay. He's just adding the finishing touches. Yeah.
I like a mix of both.
I mean that
doubles.
cocaine crack rock. Not doing that science.
So are all the songs auto tuned?
Yeah.
For the
it's not
project.
wait, for the
No, for
project
your
or for
project?
me?
Yeah, for the project.
Oh, I'm trying not to. Like for a couple songs, I want to experiment with piano ballads. That's kind of what I like.
We might have something. I ain't gonna like tapping. I might.
Because I've been told I have a soulful voice. Like when I sing and like I really get into it, I've been told like you have soul.
Yeah, you
So I
definitely
want
have
to
soul.
put that into a piano ballad, but I want to get comfortable without the autotune.
I think you should. I don't know. I listen to a lot of songs. Like once again, I'm a little older, and
No,
I
you
think
have a
a lot of
diversity.
times, auto tune sort of. A lot of people try to hide behind that, and sometimes I want to experience what the person sounds like.
Yeah.
Like I want to. Like I feel like there's like people use auto tune as a barrier sometimes. Like there are times where it does add to the aesthetic, but
No, you're not wrong. It
Yeah.
definitely.
Depends on how you use it.
No. Even then, it's still you can get accustomed to it. That's why even when we record, I told you when we record,
Yeah, we
I make
record
him
raw.
hear his raw vocals every time before you don't want to enter a white.
Cringe at my raw vocals.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
you have,
turn it off.
but you have to
turn
be
it off.
aware of it.
Yeah.
Because even with autotune, you might tweak how you sound depending on how. There's two different type of autotunes. There's autotune that's when it's made is determined by the scale, so you might be rapping in a certain scale, even different from the beat.
Okay.
And there's autotune that's like I forgot where it literally goes into the vocal and fine tunes it. So though that autotune is a bit more expensive and also more tedious to mix, but it gives the illusion that you're a more raw, natural voice. It depends because even you listen to a lot more music when it was way more experimental. You heard a lot more raw vocals. Even with the project Apparitions, we had a lot of the terms about his settings, even mine, and you
Yeah,
can hear
'cause
it but at the same time, I respected it.
I'm not a vocalist.
No, not even that. I wasn't used to even the idea of not using autotune for the vocals because I generally appreciate it. But hearing your sound and also A and B testing it with different random people and seeing how some people, especially with alternative ears, gravitated towards your shit, similar to the Tizo touchdown effect. I was like, all right. It made me interested. Like that's what I'm saying. Like every time I work with you, we gonna butt heads or like rhymes, but like the time we really make something, I feel like I feel even more confident because it's like we shouldn't like we got a crazy intersection if we make something that we both generally wholeheartedly go with.
Yeah, and I think I like almost every song.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely like I listen to them like at least 100,000 times. I'm like,
I'd be
oh.
chilling. I'd just be like, I listen to it sometimes when I stretch in the morning, or like if I'm just like chilling. I'm about to say praying. Now I will play. I will play Reignition as a prayer. Like
Yeah,
thing in the
I love
background.
Reignition.
right.
It's
Reignition.
kind of crazy.
I love the lyrics. My favorite thing I just love the double entendres on there. I just love.
Because you nigga knows.
Yeah,
Come
come on.
on. We came back to the project.
Southpaw for
but-
the jaw. Give it all to my God. Like Southpaw to the jaw, like JH and then JAW. Like, come on, man. Like that's so
man
fire. Like that's so tough. Like
Trying to get like y'all.
yo.
Tap in
So,
game.
Come on.
another question about the auto tune. So, how do you alleviate that for live performances?
Live performances, that's why also you got practice, but that's for our situation, at least for my vocals, I'm somewhat close to the note type situation.
Yeah, he's close.
I might hover around it a bit. For your situation, even the way we mix it is still reflective more of your
Of my
way of-
vocal tone, yeah. And I'm not even
Same
singing
with
like
me.
that.
Yeah, jazz.
When I sing, like when I have performances or like I have my tracks playing in the back, it sounds like I ate the CD. There's no difference. It's my voice, like
Yeah.
I just add just enough to like make it crispy. If that makes sense.
It's also, we got to keep in mind, there's a whole generation of people who really listen to auto-tune effect and music, and that's like, I like this bop. Like, you can
Yeah.
even hear reflected with like bigger artists like Chris Brown. Like, Chris Brown could do whatever he wants, but he's still messing around with auto-tune crazy. Even like
Yeah, Chris
certain-
Brown is a vocalist, but he uses auto. It's like that. It's
certain
like adding a
Afrobeat
little-
artists, there's like people like Olamide. You might not understand, but niggas who know, they know. Olamide, what they call Asake. There's a lot of like, not a bad way, but there's a lot of autotune used in a very unique way. Even you can see recently with a Gunna with that one song he made with Victor Thompson, like that gospel remix was interesting.
No, I didn't hear it yet.
Oh, you
You got your-
Me neither.
But also,
Sorry.
yeah.
go ahead.
Well,
Oh, you just,
Oh, she was just saying she didn't hear it either.
Yeah.
That's all.
oh,
Oh, I was gonna also say
your homework.
you use your voice to create and like make sounds that add to the instrumental, so that your voice becomes the instrumental.
yeah. But sometimes
and very few times you see people do that.
Well,
like even
that's a
for
mixing
start over,
thing.
like the way that you use your ad libs and everything is just insanity. Like I picked up. You say that you picked up off of me. I'm like I picked up a lot.
No, no, because you also we like the last couple. We still working on it. Like we're finishing it up, but like it's like damn, we want to do more. But it's like let's make it finish. But like the small little pieces you've been adding recently, I noticed. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we're iron sharpening iron in a crazy fashion. And even that's why I had this thing you're talking about. A lot of that is also just knowledge of mixing. And it's hard to do that at this level because you got to get creative even on that aspect. Like,
Yeah.
like people don't talk about people like 40 or people like Boy Wonder who helps shape a lot of different sounds.
40 in reference to the person that mixes Drake, and who is Boy Wonder's just a producer. And
Yeah, but he
mixer
heavily
and
helped inspire like a certain style. Even the people for new artists like Yeet, there's people like a producer Binks who you're hearing a lot. You might not realize it, but he's all over pop culture. Click. And as I said,
I wasn't realizing anybody was watching.
I was watching you the whole.
nah, you get Trent. I feel like you're a professional people watcher.
I am. It's easy for me to be a fly on the wall.
I wish I was a fly on the wall. You know what I mean?
You probably were in an alternative reality.
Nah.
Not even. And all the infinite universes, you're like, nah, that wasn't me.
You said never that.
Probably a fly on the wall in one of the realities right now.
Yeah, I can see you as an animated fly. Very, very
I would
charismatic.
get all the tea. What do you?
No, you getting
nobody
swatted. you getting swatted. You heard that? You heard that? Next live.
That's funny.
Yo, so we about to wrap up, but final thoughts. My last question: how would you like this project to be viewed 5-10 years from now, if you can even project that far? And what would you like to see? What would you like to spawn from that?
I want it to be something that I look back upon and be like, I did that. That's it.
Period.
Literally did it with nothing. Worked the 2 jobs
Period.
with $0. Got enough to buy. Once I bought the gallery for the day, 0 people could show up. I did that off the strength.
Again, you God's strongest warriors. Cause you different niggas.
Jules gave me the first photo. Was like, hey, we need to take photos for a music video. Got 30,000 photos.
That's so crazy. Yeah, you went crazy.
In a year, and they're like professional grade. Like some of them,
A good chunk of them, bro.
good chunk of them.
There's a good 5 to 10K that's solid.
Yeah.
Like, I like this. Bro, y'all don't realize I'm a hater. I love to hate. I can't even hate on it.
With nothing. Started off with 0 songs. We got a project. I'm gonna look back to say I did that. That's all
I ain't gonna lie
say.
to you. I feel like I got bigger hopes. I feel
I
like
got much more to do, but I'm happy.
no, I have bigger hopes for this. I feel like this is a proof of concept that first of all, both of us we can do this at this crazy scale. That also I feel like in the music scene of like in the landscape of music right now, there's like a lot of different genres bubbling up underneath. Music itself is losing a bigger market share, even with hip hop and rap. But I feel like this is similar to the death of rock. A lot of subgenres are coming out. Alternative music, alternative rap, alternative trap, the introduction of Afro beats in America and Latin rap. And I feel like, especially now, I feel like the culture of like African American youths and just immigrant youths, we're getting to the stage where niggas are allowed to be angsty.
Yeah.
Like niggas are generally allowed to be like, yo, I love anime. I can be sad if I want to. I could be alternative if I want to. Also, there's still niggas who like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like just some regular shoot 'em up shit with YB. And now I'm serious, but like, I'm like, even with the introduction of people like Yachty bringing in a Tame Impala song to a newer generation and mixturing with the auto-tune, but still having enough raw elements to make it work. I feel like this project will be one of those.
Yeah,
it's like,
I want it to
damn.
be a response also to a lot of the grief and stuff that came as a result of the pandemic too. I don't really mention the pandemic that often, but we did lose like half the population or like a good chunk of the population as a result. And I feel like this album reflects a lot of the themes of isolation and of that era, maybe post that era.
Yeah, and then with some of the, and then like there's teaser songs like again like Start Over that more up tempo, and then even This Way, which is a remix of Amari's Angels in Tibet. This way now, oh, bro. You have some upbeat. Like I feel like it's a reflection. The 2010s was such dominated by such like songs and minor scale melodies. So a lot of sadness. I feel like we're transitioning from that sadness, taking the lessons we learned from it, and introducing like a different swing of like upbeat, raw, strange combinations. Like we're in the year where we have niggas like Tizo Touchdown on the Drake album. In addition to
that was genius.
That was fire. It's also the meshing of the mainstream and the alternative and the alternative,
In
and
a
it's
weird
very
way.
interesting to see.
But we have the thing. This is mostly thanks to you. We have the structure and cohesiveness and the themes of a real alternative artist, but then some of the sensibilities of a mainstream artist. And then on top of that, nigga, bro, we really rapping. Like if niggas are listening to
Like, we're rapping.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
Bars.
bro. I'm rapping my ass off.
Normandy
dog.
storming, waiting for D-Day, victory to
Nigga,
me,
what?
you take me back
Nigga,
immediately.
Say it again. What? Shout out to all my World War II niggas. Shout out to my Shane Gillis type niggas, bro. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, we're gonna do 3 more minutes of really breaking down real bars for a second. Like, bro.
What?
Yo, time out. Fighting these demons off, cause God only knows how much I've had them on me. Onies. Who's there when they calling? It's appalling quandary. Yeah, they on me like damn fleas, sincere that they love me, but can't be cheap tricks just to haunt me. I can't breathe. Shout out to that nigga named Floyd. I'm sorry. I guess our pictures changing Dorian Gray's corruption. If y'all really read books in your school, you know who Dorian Gray is.
Yo.
That's sassy demon him. But it's small things like that, like connecting surface level things and also giving homage to literary back in the Renaissance era.
Yeah,
and then even
shout
still,
out Mind Design on For Real. Like, you say your X-Men came with issues like he Marvel Comics, but no laughter coming from you will recall upon it. No reminiscing, live that trauma back from day to day. So you cycle through the cycles. I know that's just how life goes. So you break, stop, or persevere. What the hell do I know? I go looking for real. Come on!
I go lie to you, that man just did a masterclass of a lot of nouns and vowels, and we love it. I'm a fan. You're gonna understand when you hear the songs, but let's not hold your ears hostage. You're gonna hear it again. My name is Jules from the X, JEWEL $ from the X. I drop a lot of music. If you look right now, I got a song with an artist called Moody, CeeLo Green. Cool videos, a lot of yams. It's a vibe. Yeah. I got good luck. I'm gonna soon have a video of Reignition hopefully I'm gonna have more videos, but people and artists like Trent helping me out, Jazz helping me out, and vice versa. And yeah, the gallery's on November 3rd. How much are the tickets right now?
Early bird tickets $5.
Well, how much
Get
will the
them
tickets be at the door?
Tickets at the door 15 or 10.
We come on, bring a friend. We're gonna have a lot of performances,
It's
a
gonna
lot
be
of
great.
dope art, a lot of fashion for sale. You feel me? Get something for your grandma. Get something for your
Art
girl.
for sale. Art for sale.
Yes, please support your artists, people.
And hire
Support.
quality.
Quality art.
Jazz, where are people gonna hear from you, see you in the future?
Hopefully on the billboards.
Hopefully, that's the plan.
Ain't
Because
no
if it doesn't
hopefully
happen,
they will.
No, it will happen.
But like the next month, like, yeah.
We don't know.
In the next month, right
Catch me
now,
outside.
Y'all can catch me outside. Right now, I'm like fake on a like performance break, but I lied because I got a performance October 28th, yo. But
And November 3rd.
and literally November. Y'all better pop out on the 3rd.
And where and what song is out on right now for you on SoundCloud?
Wait, huh?
Wait, where's the performance at? October 20th.
Oh,
Someplace
I can only remember the address. It's like
on the planet Earth.
yes, it's on the planet.
What's your Instagram? They can see the details from there.
There you go.
JXZZHANDS.
And what's the name of the recent song you dropped on SoundCloud?
Plague. PLAG.
And what's that recent project that we will probably have you return back to talk about?
Coming soon.
No, that's already out. That just came out earlier.
Oh shit. It's out.
Yeah.
The one with the spiral in it.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Stop.
I speak nigganese. I know what to do to get to the end.
publicist.
I'm a little slow, y'all. Sorry.
But now, in Sage with the nostril attacks.
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be going down in infamy because the way I'm dripping.
but he's got a mountain of used tissues next to him.
Nah, he have
It's
enormity
insane.
in your upper nose right now, bro.
Yo,
Niggas are fighting, bro. Niggas are
it's a beach chain.
and they losing. and they losing, bro. They flat out.
Yo.
But real talk, I'm so proud of you from seeing what you've been like. You went from no songs to a gallery. You becoming a staple in this in our little scene, and you're helping bridge the gap. I feel like again, I know you would just happen to make it, but if we keep up this consistency for the next 3 years, this podcast, this project, our
Shout out to
circle,
Lucas, man. He's
I
out
feel
here,
like it's
but-
gonna
shouts
it's gonna
out to
rise. It's gonna rise, bro.
But no, shouts out to you. You fucking built a gallery.
Literally
From the bottom,
scratch.
just from like an idea. It's like, yo, I'm gonna do this till right now. It's gonna happen. Like, yo, like take a second and let that breathe. You did that, fam.
Yep.
And I'm so fucking proud of you. Like,
Yo.
you don't understand how excited I am.
But
for
I
this.
can't do this without the people that inspire me. That's like I'm calling like me and Jules are talking about it, but like just the structure like we have is good natured souls, and I always say good natured souls exist altruistically, and that's just my tagline. Like even if you say it's just like
yes,
because
it
without you
flows.
guys like you wouldn't.
GNS niggas.
GNS Phantoms
We
November
outside
3rd.
and inside because it's cold outside.
Yo, it's
Yeah.
frick, man. I think
It's
that's
time
what
to
could be
But no,
said.
shouts out to you. Shouts out to you. Don't dodge
Giving
that
you
compliment.
your flowers.
Like, yo, you fucking did that, fam.
Thank
like
you.
for real.
Take them
That's-
flowers
you
and
be
accept
proud
it.
of
I
yourself.
will cry.
For real.
For real.
God damn. What's up?
When is the next full tour walk?
Yes, because I
man,
want to
look.
be a part of it. I've been.
It's-
Shout out
That's a
to you for
vibe.
building that. That
Yo,
was awesome,
yo,
amazing too.
Someone from 5, 20, 40, 1,000. It's my turn to Jesus. Yo, we got fish, we got bread, we got pictures.
I don't know. It's been crazy since I got back from Iceland because I worked Comic-Con after that, and I was working like 2 straight weeks without a break. So
Damn.
yeah, I went to Iceland.
How was that?
That was amazing. It was.
Is it
was,
like is Iceland really like the opposite of Greenland for real? Like was
yeah,
it?
It's green, yeah,
Okay.
and then Greenland is ice. I mean,
My son Trent said, okay, all right. So geography.
no, because that's how people associate it.
Facts.
Iceland is green and Greenland is ice.
Yeah.
So, but no, Iceland was amazing. Like that was truly one of the times where I
Did
could
you
say I
like
was
take
at
pictures
peace.
of like scenery and stuff?
Yes,
I did.
I'll show them
I
to you.
did.
I'll show them to
Look
you.
like some Lord of the Rings shit.
It looked beautiful. I
It
think they
actually-
shot it there.
A good portion of it was Game of Thrones was filmed there.
Really?
But yes, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Project Apparitions. But yes, more about Iceland later on the catch-up episode. But
Don't you, hey, and if you listen to this, you better follow this, leave a comment wherever you listen to, leave a review on Apple or Spotify podcasting. Okay, if you use some other device, all right, Google Play, whatever, that's your vibe.
Yo, don't hate on Google. Don't hate on Google.
Listen, I'm a Apple baddie. I'm gonna be honest.
He just lost his spot.
My operator.
Yo, his first time on the podcast.
First time on the slide, cancel.
Yo,
Cancel.
don't let him back in here. All right, it's all right. I'll kick down the doors. Anyway, thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you guys.
It was
for
a
showing
pleasure.
up.
Thank you.
And then just being y'all, being the beautiful souls that y'all are, and sharing your art with the world.
And thank you for listening to us.
Yes.
Till next
What
time.
did I tell you? Like, you thought it was a joke?
Still the flow.
Don't steal the voice.
I didn't steal it. I simply elevated it through the
Oh.
science.
Whoa. Podcast beef.
You think you're funny, man?
Raise the music. Raise the music.
I'm raising the music, trying to say
Oh, man.
Jules.
You
We love y'all.
Yo, Phantoms, you better.
See you outside.
You gotta say it.
No, you got it. You got to say it.
Phantoms, you've been a wonderful invisible audience.
Peace.
Now, one day.
He did before.
Oh, yeah. Which episode? Did I miss this one?
Hold up, is this the recording?